For more, we are joined by legal analyst Lou Shapiro, a friend of the show. Lou, we appreciate you being with me tonight. I want to start with what about this crime makes all three eligible for the death penalty?
Got it. And good to be back with you, Marla. Murder is one thing, but murder with special circumstances is another. That triggers a death penalty. And special circumstances, there's like a list of about 20 of them in the California Penal Code. One of them is murder in the commission of a robbery. And since in this matter, the idea is that a Rolex watch was attempting to be stolen in the commission of a murder, whether or not the murder was intended from the beginning or not, because there was a homicide as a result, that's a special circumstances case. Now, just because it is a special circumstances case and someone is eligible for the death penalty doesn't mean that they will get it. That ultimately is up to a jury at the end if they are first convicted, and then it's either A, life without the possibility of parole, or B, the death penalty. That's up to the jury.
Okay, and then even though the passengers who were not driving the vehicle that led to that death, that murder, they are still eligible for the death penalty as well.
Right, and that's under what's called the felony murder rule. If anybody joins in the commission of a murder, whether they intended to or not from the get-go, the fact that they are part of that circumstance and it is reasonably and foreseeably possible that their actions will result in the death of another, they are on the hook for the murder as well. That's why they are all three charged with that.
Okay. Doesn't matter, though, of course, in the state of California, there's a moratorium on the death penalty.
So at this time, Governor Newsom has put a moratorium on the death penalty, meaning it's not being actually used. But that doesn't mean in a few years things could change. If the new governor is in office, believes otherwise, changes that, lifts the moratorium, then it's a different story.
So we know that this happened in Orange County. We mentioned that all three suspects, all three of these men are from LA County. They are 26 years old. One of them is. That was the actual driver of that vehicle. And then two 18-year-olds. Now, that 26-year-old, Lou, has several prior convictions. We're talking burglary, robbery, and criminal threats, really recently, in fact, too. From your legal perspective, does this make sense as to why he was out? A lot of people are asking that question.
Right. So most probably the reason why a person with those types of severe convictions are out is because they were given a deal by the DA's office where you plead to something this severe, and then we will let you out early in exchange for that plea in the hopes, or let's say sort of the safety insurance for the DA's office that if they pick up something else down the line, they'll get hammered at that point. Now, I doubt that whatever DA made these deals with this defendant thought that it would result in this catastrophe. That's another story.
Yeah, and we know right now the DAs in LA and Orange counties operate very differently. Okay, Lou, we appreciate you taking the time out on this Friday night. Legal analyst Lou Shapiro, thanks so much.
You got it, Marla. See you later.
All right, have a great weekend.